Hey, it's Garrett. We're 4 days into 21 days of prayer, and I want to share with you today from Joshua 4. When your children ask their fathers in times to come, "What do these stones mean?" then you shall let your children know, Israel passed over this Jordan on dry ground. Down to verse 24, so that all peoples of the earth may know that the hand of the Lord is mighty, and that you may fear the Lord your God forever. God is for you. And let's be honest, this truth is easy to say, sometimes hard to believe, and even harder to live out on a day-to-day basis. Trials come in countless forms, and pain is tricky because it's somewhat relative. The pain some of us face may seem like a cakewalk or when we compare it to what others are going through, but pain is pain and trials are trials. And we all have stuff we're going to go through this year in 2023, #Jordan year, that will test our faith. That's why we have to remember those moments that God came through and the ways that He has been faithful, even when life hasn't gone as planned. We need stones. In Joshua chapter 4, the Jordan is split so that God's people can cross on dry ground, just as they did with Moses at the Red Sea. The Lord tells Joshua, and then Joshua tells the people to set up 12 stones from the bottom of the Jordan to act as a memorial to what God has done. For generations to come, these 12 stones will testify to all that God did, that God came through, that God was faithful, that God is for His people. Often in my own life, I get discouraged. I get discouraged at the timing of some event. I get discouraged at how long it's taking for a prayer to be answered. And honestly, I get discouraged when I look over at someone else's life. It looks a little more put together than mine. Eventually, I have to look back at the riverbank. I have memories, stones, if you will, that God has set up as reminders. He says to me, hey, remember when I did that thing you thought couldn't be done? Remember when I provided for you when you were depending on the world? Oof, that one gets me. Remember when you went through that traumatic season of loss and you learned to trust me even though you didn't understand? And I have to go, yes, God, I remember. So I want to challenge you with a little assignment today. No matter how smooth or rough the waters are for you right now, pull up a blank note on your phone or grab a piece of paper and write down 3 times God has proven His faithfulness in your life. God is for you. And when you forget that truth, just look back at the stones. Thanks for being with us. More for 21 Days of Prayer coming soon. See ya.